Good morning friends. Today we are going to see the derivation for heat conduction. Of course it is one dimensional with heat generation through a slab or wall and what we are going to determine under it. First one is the temperature distribution and second one is heat transfer rate. So our objective is to derive the equation for temperature distribution and heat transfer rate for a heat conduction that is one dimensional with, it's now with, not without, with heat generation through a slab or wall. So I will sketch the figure. Now the condition is, here I am putting the first condition. Condition is specified temperatures at the wall surface. So this is the wall and let us say left surface of the wall is maintained at temperature T1, right surface of the wall is maintained at temperature T2. This wall is having thermal conductivity K, and as it is the case of heat generation, let G be the heat generated per unit volume. So what is the unit of G? Watt per meter cube. Okay, and these are conditionally specified temperatures. So T1 and T2 are the specified temperatures. Okay. Now let's see. Now which one is greater? That is not mentioned. Only two temperatures are given. So as the heat is generated here, and let's take an example. T1 and T2 are below. These temperatures are having less value as compared to the temperature which is caused because of the heat generation in the material. Heat will definitely flow in this direction and in this direction. Okay. So though you are saying it is opposite direction, still it is the x direction. That's why you can call it as a one-dimensional heat flow. Okay. So this is the case. Now here I am putting the limits. What is the value of x here? X is equal to 0. And what is the value of here? The x. Let us say this is the thickness of the wall from here to here. It is designated by letter capital L. So here x is equal to 0. So what is the value of x here? X is capital L. Okay. Now we are going to derive the equation. And from how to get the derivation? We have to start with the general heat conduction equation. So I will start with, what is general heat conduction equation? General heat conduction equation in Cartesian coordinates. Is given by anybody? It is d square T by dx square plus d square T by dy square plus d square T by dz square plus z by k is equal to 1 upon alpha dt by dt. Now we are going to put certain assumptions here. Let us consider the flow is steady. What is the meaning of steady flow? Let us consider we are going to derive the equation for, let us say, steady state heat conduction. What? Steady state heat conduction. So for steady state, dt by dt is equal to 0. What is steady? Temperature is not changing with time. So mathematically it is written as dt by dt is equal to 0. So as this becomes 0, this value is going to be 0. Okay, right hand side becomes 0. Now, as it is the case with heat generation, in this term we have to keep as it is. Okay, but it is one dimensional. One dimensional means, let us say, only x direction. Y and z is not there because it is a single direction. X direction, let's say. So d square t by dy square and d square t by dz square also becomes 0. So what is the resulting equation? The resulting equation is d square t by dx square plus g by k is equal to 0. Okay. Now I will solve the remaining equation here. Now what is, see, d square t by dx square is equal to, I will take this term on the right hand side, so it becomes minus z by k. Now as I want to find out the value of temperature distribution, means I am interested in this capital T, what I will do, this is d square, so I have to integrate it twice. Okay, so what you should do, first integrate it, dt by dx is equal to minus g by k x plus c1. Okay, this is the first integration. I am writing this as equation 1. Now integrate it twice again, so t is equal to minus z by k x square by 2 plus c1x plus c2. So this is integration second time. I am putting this as equation 2. Now in these both equations you can see here there are two constants c1 and c2. I want to find out the values of these constants. So I need two boundary conditions. So I am writing here boundary conditions. What I am writing here? Boundary conditions. So what are the boundary conditions? Just check it. On the left face there is one boundary condition. On the left face, at x is equal to 0, what is the temperature? Please tell me. At x is equal to 0, T becomes T1. T is T1. Temperature on the left face is T1. And what is on boundary? Right hand side boundary condition. At right face, at x is equal to capital L, T is T2. At x is equal to capital L is thickness of the slab. Okay, x is equal to L, T is what? T2. Okay, as per the figure. Now we have to put this boundary condition in the suitable equation. Which is a suitable equation? How to identify? Equation 1 or equation 2? Let's check. Which value is given in the expression, in the boundary condition? At x is equal to 0 and at x is equal to L, T is given. dt by dx is not given. Only T is given. So I have to use second equation to put this boundary condition to get the answer of two constants c1 and c2. Let's do it. I am going to put the first boundary condition. T is equal to T1. So second expression T becomes T1 when x is 0. Just do it. T becomes T1 when x is 0. X is 0 means this first term becomes 0. Okay, 0 square, this term is 0. C1 into x, so this is also 0 plus C2. So you got the first constant. Okay, I will put this as equation 3. I got the value of now C2 equal to T1. Now let's put the second boundary condition in the same expression. The value of T is given, so I have to use the second equation. If dt by dx is given, I have to use the first boundary condition. So as this is T, I have to use the second boundary condition. So at x is equal to L, T is T2. T becomes T2 is equal to, x is L now, so minus z by k. I am putting L instead of x, so it becomes L square by 2 plus C1 into L plus C2. C2 is already known to you. What is C2? C2 is T1. So I am going to put it here. C2 is T1. So now, why I have put this boundary condition? Because I am interested in other constant. First I got C2. I am interested in only one constant now. That is remaining. It is C1. So how to do it? Just reshuffle the parameter. Check it out. C1L, let us say this I have taken on left hand side. Other things are T2 minus T1 plus G by K L square by 2. Okay. Now what is the value of C1 then? C1 is equal to, this L comes on this side, T2 minus T1 divided by L plus Z L by twice K. When this L comes here, L square divided by L becomes L and it is twice K. Okay, so I got the value of C1 also. And this is equation number 4. Now I am having both the values of C1 and C2. C1 and C2. These two values I am going to put in equation number 2 because I am interested to get the temperature distribution. So temperature distribution कहाँ है? This is here. So I am going to put the values of C1 and C2 from expression 3 and expression 4 to get the equation 2 for temperature distribution. Now I am rubbing this. Now equation 1 becomes by putting C1 and C2. Okay, capital T is equal to minus gx square by twice k minus gx square by twice k plus C1 into x. What is the value of C1? T2 minus T1 divided by L plus GL by twice k into x. C1 into x. So this is C1 into x plus C2. What is C2? C2 is T1 plus T1. Okay. So this is the expression. This is the expression which will give you temperature distribution in a slab for steady state one dimensional heat conduction with heat generation. What is the meaning of temperature distribution? For example, at this point I know temperature T1, at this point the temperature is T2, and I want to calculate the temperature at this position, which is at a distance of, let us say, some value of x, which is at a distance of some value of x. So put that value of x here. You know G is given to you, thermal conductivity is given to you, temperatures are specified so on the wall. So T1 and T2 are also known to you, thickness of the wall is known to you. So this equation is going to be used. Just give the value of x, put it here, you will get the temperature at that point. So for any value of x, right from left face to right face inside the material, for example I want the temperature here. What is the value of x here? Put it here, you will get the answer. What is the temperature at that point? Let us say at this point I want to know the temperature. What is the value of x here? Put it here, you will get the temperature at that point. So just give the value of x, you will get the temperature at that point. That's why this equation is used to determine the temperature distribution in the slab. Now what is the second objective? To determine the heat transfer rate. What is heat transfer rate? From body to the wall, heat is transferred in a single direction. So I can use the Fourier law for it. So Q is equal to minus Ka dt by dx. For example, I want to find out the equation for heat transfer rate at any point. Here, here, at this point, in any position inside the slab. So what equation I require? Now you are saying, sir, in case of steady flow, what is going to happen? Without heat generation case, heat transfer rate at every position is same. What is the reason for it? There is no internal heat generation as such. But in this case, there is a heat generation. So heat transfer rate at every position is different. So how to calculate it? Q is equal to minus A dt by dx. This is the formula. Okay. Now at what position you want to calculate? That is your x. So let's find out dt by dx value. Dt by dx is here. Okay. So from equation 1 we get dt by dx is equal to minus gx by k plus c1. What is the value of c1? Just put it here. Plus T2 minus T1 divided by L plus GL by twice K plus GL by twice K. So this is the value of dt by dx. Now put it here, you will get the answer of capital Q. Okay. So what is capital Q? Heat transfer rate at any position. It is minus K into A. In bracket, the value of dt by dx you have to put. So I will take positive term first. GL by twice K minus GX by K plus T2 minus T1 divided by L. So this is the expression. This is the expression which will give the answer of what? The heat transfer rate at any position inside the slab. It is not the case of without heat generation. Remember, in without heat generation, whatever the heat is going in at same position, at any position inside the slab, the heat transfer rate capital Q at this point, at this point, at this point is same everywhere. But in the case of with heat generation, with location inside the slab, heat transfer rate is changing. So just give the value of x, you will get the answer of Q at that point. For example, if I want to calculate the heat transfer rate on the left face, what is the value of x here? X is 0. Put the value of x is 0, so this term becomes 0, and substitute other values, you will get heat transfer rate at that position. If I want to calculate heat transfer rate at x is equal to L, put the value of x is equal to L to get heat transfer rate at right face. If I want heat transfer rate at the middle position, here center, where x is what? Where x is L by 2, put the value of x as L divided by 2, half. Center means half. You will get Q at the center of the slab. So this is our first derivation to know the temperature distribution and heat transfer rate under the conditions of heat generation, steady state one dimensional, okay, by giving specified temperatures on the wall surface. That's it for today. We'll stop here. Thank you.